On Natalie's Instagram, she's usually one of those people that just post her little pictures and videos and just post and ghost. She doesn't really respond to that many comments or isn't very engaging with her followers at times. But this past few weeks, since the new season of The Last Resort has premiered, she has been very active in her social media comments and on her page, and she has had a lot to say. Shout out to 90 Day Fiancé update on Instagram for this post. Someone said, I support you on 90 Day Fiancé. Everyone bullied you on the show. Don't bring in toxicity into your life. And Natalie said, yes, they bullied me. What saddens me is that Josh begged me to join The Last Resort, professing his love and desire to be with me while he was already involved with Sophie. He's a player who will never admit it. That's just his way of life. I wasn't mean to them. I never discussed Sophie with Julia. I always addressed issues directly. They sought reasons to disrespect me and justify excluding me from the group. Sophie believed she'd be the prettiest at the resort, and she wasn't. She just uses a lot of Photoshop. But I'm pretty sure Natalie is the first one that came with the negative energy. She was in the car with everyone telling Sophie and Rob that she felt like Rob loved Sophie more than her and just putting her nose in everybody's business. Then someone else said, Natalie is 100% right to get upset tonight. And Natalie said, thank you. They slept and cheated on me and Rob. So she's trying to act like Sophie and Josh were banging, according to her. And then she posted on her Instagram page and she said, stages of bullying, my last resort experience. Number 1, targeting and exclusion. They targeted me without reason, spreading lies and rumors to turn the group against me. 2, false accusations. Julia lied saying I insulted Sophie behind her back, and Sophie falsely claimed that I talked to people that I dislike her. These were baseless accusations to justify their own actions. Sophie and Josh wanted to cover up their own inappropriate behavior at the resort, flirting with each other in front of her husband and me. They made me the scapegoat to deflect blame. Number 3, body shaming and group insults. Josh mocked me with jokes about marks on the bed and bathroom use. The group turned my every move into a running joke to humiliate me. 4, gaslighting and isolation and reinforcement. Josh started calling me crazy, and soon the whole group joined in, reinforcing the idea that I was crazy. They collaborated to isolate me and gaslight me. Okay, this is starting to sound like some Heather Gillespie shit right here. Number 5, victimization and emotional harm. Their relentless actions left me excluded, humiliated, and emotionally drained. Yep, all this is coming in the next episodes. Key question, what kind of person bullies their own partner and turns a couples retreat into a group attack? And you know what? I find this interesting because, it's one thing when they're on the single life and it's just Natalie and Josh and all you got to worry about is them, but it adds a whole different dynamic bringing Josh around other people and seeing how he acts with Natalie. But the thing is, a lot of these things that Natalie's crying about, she was doing these same exact things to other people. I mean, Sophie could say the same thing and say that Natalie was trying to humiliate her in front of the car and embarrass her. But I think more than anything, she's mad at Josh and she's using Sophie as a scapegoat to take her anger out on Josh. And the crazy thing is, she's exposing Josh on her Instagram, but I'm sure we're going to see her come back again for another season with this dude. Then someone said, Natalie, the moment Sophie walked up, you were talking to the camera badly about her. It was like you were after Sophie right from the start. I agree too. It seems like she was after Sophie before even Sophie told anybody about her and Josh. And Natalie said, when? Can you please send the clips? I did not talk about her at all before she start her game. And this person said, you told Rob that Sophie didn't love him as much as he loved her. And then someone said, you still took your anger out on the wrong person. And Natalie said she bragged about it to everyone and created a negative environment around me. She had already disrespected me because of her friendship bond with Josh. I mean, but the real person that's disrespecting her is Josh. I mean, she doesn't really owe Natalie anything. Then she said, did you see it? I didn't. Rod was just supporting Sophie there. I couldn't flirt with Rob because he's 4 years younger than I am and not my type. It was all set up to justify their actions. Then someone said, I'm from Poland and foreigner here, just like you. People here do not like us for some reason, especially other women. And Natalie said, they sabotage us. Then someone said, I 100% have your back. It was so sad to watch. And someone said, Natalie, you must flirt to get back with Zoosh and must demand you investigate his house. And you must be invited to Vegas. Sophie better not show up. And Natalie said, very funny. We are not together. Then someone said, did you see the episode where Natalie asked Julia if she was pregnant because she gained weight? And Natalie responded and she said, no, she was the one who insulted people's weight at our last tell-all, and she attacked me. I had gained more than 20 pounds because I was on antidepressants. But at the tell-all, she talked about how sport helps. I said no. She was referring to people with extra weight needing to go to the gym, and I said it wasn't true. So I returned her insult back. Watch the tell-all. Then someone asked, has anyone taken you to Vegas yet? Let's go. And she said, thank you, but no. And then someone said, I mean, if they paid her top dollar, I'm sure she'd go. What agency is she with? And Natalie said, are you talking about me? I study at college and I don't belong to any modeling agency. And then someone else said, it's hard to know who she is since she changed so much. And Natalie said, girl, I'm someone who's very nice and attractive, and women hate me for that. If you see how other cast members scream and what they do, I'm just an innocent baby there. And then Sophie ended up sharing the text messages between her and Josh, and shout out to 90 Day Fiance Update for these text messages, where he said, so did you get last resort? I heard you might be there. And right before that, he left a little fire emoji on one of her pictures. So we will see how this goes. I already told them I'll need my own room. No way I can stay with that girl. And he said, this will be fun. Looking forward to meeting you and working with you. And she said, you two should be a fun experience. And he said, do you know anyone else that's on it? And he said, no, I don't actually. Do you? And he said, no. Harry said he was working on Happily, so I was asked if you were going. Then he was interested that I knew you. He perked up. Then I told him, no, we just say hi here and there on Insta. Then Sophie just said, oh, I'm dead. It seems like she's just keeping it short and sweet, just responding at the bare minimum to him. And then he said, you look good. Have fun tonight. And she said, thank you, with a little smiley face. Then he said, sheesh, girl, with a little fire emoji. Then left a little fire emoji on one of her pictures. And then he asked her where she was, and she said, Austin, Texas. He said, what? Austin? I thought you were out of the country. And she said, no, I was in LA and then I moved to Austin a year ago. And he said, wow, okay, we are planning a Vegas trip soon. You been? And she said, no, I never been, but I definitely want to go. It looks fun. Natalie, and he said, we're not in a committed relationship currently. And she said, oh, okay, I understand. And he said, well, maybe I'll see you on the last resort. And she said, yes, hopefully. And then he sent little heart eye emojis to Sophie. He was really thirsting over Sophie. You know what would be interesting? there's like a plot twist, like the real reason he went on Last Resort with Natalie was so he could meet Sophie, because he knew Sophie and Rob's marriage was pretty much in shambles at this point. And then she said, yeah, you'll see me then, and I'm not in LA currently, but I'm moving back out there in March. Why? And he said, I'm back and forth from LA and Phoenix, but I mainly work in LA and I travel the US for castings for my production company. I don't watch many stories on 90, but I gotta say yours was good and entertaining. Are you still together? And she said, yes, I love LA. And she said, it's complicated. And thank you. You guys are entertained as well. Are you still together? And he said, well, it's complicated. It's been quite a ride to say the least, but we're not in a committed relationship. And I guess they had just got back together literally like weeks before they went on the Last Resort. And then he said, congratulations on your show. Are you shooting anything else? I'm hoping for Last Resort. And she said, thank you. I heard about doing Last Resort. Okay, so these text messages are out of order, but it sounds like he sent these before they finally confirmed they were going to be on the show together. But it just kind of shows that he had been steady reaching out to her for months. It's not like he just texted her once or twice. Like, could say, oh, I accidentally hit the heart emoji while I was scrolling on Instagram. He was being consistent and he was not letting up over a span of months. It's like he had an end goal in mind. And it's kind of interesting that out of the other girl that's came forward that he's reached out to, it's another 90 Day Fiancé cast member, which tells me, do you really want to be with Sophie, or do you want to still stay on the show and just not have to deal with Natalie's crazy ass? But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. This is a recent picture of Mike and his girlfriend. They just celebrated 2 years of being together, so I'm sure in the next few years he's going to be really wanting to move forward on that divorce. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.